toughness to a human.
To be honest, it would be a pretty hilarious way to become a Slayer. So very, very in tune with everything we've done in Fiora's a Warhammer setting games so far.
I want this to happen now.
What's your toughness, by the way?
I have to check.
Because I specifically boosted mine from the XP from last time.
You got XP from last time?
Yeah, we got 175.
Oh yeah, I left early. Yeah, I left early. I forgot I didn't hear.
So now I have 51.
Wait, I don't remember XP.
Yeah, we got
We got
175.
Oh.
So now I have 51 toughness. So it's like unless I get a negative something, it's 50-50.
I have a.
Well, no, you don't have to consume alcohol, so it's cut in half.
Well, yeah, but if we're consuming human-made alcohol, then unless it's distilled spirits, then
You
I would
still
expect.
have it cut in half.
Oh.
There is no way around that. The
Aw.
difference here is human alcohol doesn't give you a negative on top of being cut in half.
Well, some do. Wine does. Tony wine, at least.
Well, at any rate, neither do you. So yours is also cut in half. I'm still on top.
Let's see.
I apologize to everyone. I overslept this morning,
That's okay.
That's
Don't worry
okay.
about it.
which became this afternoon.
It's fine.
That's okay. I woke up early and feel like I need to take a nap right now. Of course, I woke
By
up
the way,
early.
are we live or are we?
Oh, we're
No, we're
live.
dead.
Okay, because I have a shout out for Derek Halder.
That's me. You do know that, right?
No, I did not know that. Okay, so well, there's a reason why I need to do it separately. Now it makes more sense, to be honest. But anyways, for implying that Imrak Mordenson would get drunk on human-made booze, and they would make him hungover, Derek Halder is added to the Book of Grudges.
This is for Chaco.
No. We're keeping those separate because you have Thomas, the in-game character, who's in the Book of Grudges, and now you also have Derek Halder, which is you added to the Book of Grudges.
You know, dumb.
So you might end up dead one way or another.
How am I even implying something which can be factually true?
You impugns a dwarf honors by saying that he could get shit-faced on human-made alcohol.
Because he can. Factually.
Yes, but he's a dwarf. He will never
Let's
admit
not
it.
confuse facts here with dwarven angst.
Exactly.
When you
This is
try
more
to
than-
do that, you just end up in a bad place in life.
I'm
Referred to
sorry.
as some dwarf's book of grudges.
I'm sorry, we have a dwarf with literal short man syndrome getting offended by everything.
I don't get offended by everything. Grundy
That's
has not
me.
offended me, and Isabel has not offended me, even though my character doesn't know she stole from me.
Grundy is also in your book of grudges for stealing a kill.
Well, that barely counts. It's something that we can iron out later. It's not like you who keeps constantly pissing me off.
Okay, Tumbler the dwarf.
Oh.
Hey,
Oh.
tall boy, go walk into another branch so you don't spread your genes around the world. Would you prefer that as an answer?
Oh, it's gotten offended. It's adorable.
Bloody tree hugger trying to hump everything with 2 roots and more than 18 concentrical circles in the cross section.
Yeah. You guys are the worst. So who's supposed to give the recap?
Would be Imrak.
Well,
Well, the recap from last session is we found Granny in the most amazing way possible by Imrak going full Jules from Pulp Fiction on a child, so they would tell us the location, and then we had Thomas walking into a branch and almost making himself a eunuch. Luckily, Isabel was with us, so she was actually able to follow the trail. And we got in a bit of a fight with some possessed wolves and a granny who was trying to summon a demon. And we were able to kind of make Granny screw up the ritual so the demon ate her soul, which, you know, we tried to get the story out of her why she was summoning the demon, but then realized she's summoning a demon. Better safe than sorry.
Ew, I just noticed you put a Sigma in this.
yes.
And then after that, Imrak and Thomas got into a bit of a verbal sparring, and Imrak completely reasonably tried to kill Thomas, but unfortunately, because Roll20 is a bitch, he had just ended up ruining the road a bit.
His skills couldn't measure up to what he's saying. Again, a lot of things can't measure up with Imrak.
And next thing is we actually ended up in Middenheim, and we have an invitation for a reception with a local baron, who does not know that Imrak and Thomas need to settle a grudge via a drinking competition. So he might end up regretting that decision, and start questioning what led to hit this point in his life. Good recap?
I mean, semi-accurate.
Well,
You forgot me shish kebabbing a wolf.
details. We shall not speak of these fights.
Because you didn't kill anything?
I have no idea what you're referring to.
Because you
Because
didn't kill
you're
anything.
Because you're the only person who didn't kill something in one hit? And even with two, you still failed to kill anything, and it got away.
Imrak is sitting there trying to get all the stone dust out of his ears, which is being extra cemented with his dwarven earwax, so he can't hear shit.
Wow, really? Really?
I mean, I'm sure the sound can't travel that far down to you. It's understandable. It has a long way to go.
Again, didn't hear that either, so we're good.
Like I said, I think Big Bird sent Chaco to his room, not the other way around.
No, the bird's flying off. So I think, no, he's sitting in a basket for some reason. What the fuck are you in a basket, Big Bird? Get the fuck out of it. Now he's just looking at me.
I mean, he's looking with you with the seriously look.
Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, you, lot, have been deposited in the Long Rifle Inn. As you can see here, yonder bartender is glad to serve you drinks on the Baron's ticket. The Baron has said, you have been told by the troops that you will be meeting the Baron later tonight for dinner, but in the meantime that you should probably stay in the inn and not draw too much crowd fare, as it were. The night is worn on for quite some time. You're unsure why. But this is well past dinner time. And yet, no one's come to fetch you yet. Hans, the innkeeper, will be serving you drinks along with his daughters Elsa and Clara. Clara. And it has been slowly trickling out to the point of which there's only a couple patrons left. So go ahead and put yourselves where you would be. In
My,
the bar.
these are some good-looking wenches. Thank you, Fiaura.
You're welcome.
Oh god, we have 2 Isabellas. They're multiplying.
Yeah, it's good for us. Gives us long-range support.
So, over here at this table is a young man who's sitting across from 3 ladies, and the young man is blushing profusely while the 3 ladies are gossiping in low whispers. Over here is a poker game, and this table has been cleared off as the night has gone on, to the point of which nobody's really left. Earlier there were more than 20 peasants in here, and now you're down to just these few.
Imrak looks around and just shouts out, "Thomas, get over here. We have a grudge to settle.
What
And
do
no
you
one
want?
seems to be fetching us anyway, so we have some time.
What do you want now, little one?
We have a grudge to settle, and we'll settle it via drinking."
Oh, are you old enough to drink, little one?
Rules are simple. If I win, stop being so annoying and rude. You win, you can call me whatever you want.
I'm gonna do that anyways, little one. It's not gonna stop me.
Look, you lose the competition, and you continue doing this, you're an honorless cur, and I'm within my rights to cut off everything below your knees.
Then why would I even bother accepting?
Yeah, humans. Can't take a challenge.
No, I just find it funnier this way.
As your challenge is rebuffed, outside, the tension in the air breaks with a storm. Pouring rain, lightning bolts, everything you would think, and I will try to have an amazing day there, Ruthless, breaks out outside. It's pouring. The guys playing Five Emperors Shuffle all throw their hands in disgust and complain about how they're going to have to get home in the rain now.
Warning! Warning! Stream tip overload. All hands, prepare for exploded broken Fiaura in 5,
Oh shit.
4, 3.
I took off the headphone.
1.
Yeah,
Detonation
literally.
imminent.
Kill them all.
You know, because he warned me about it last night, I'm not going to freak out this time, because I already did my freaking out. Got to be more surprising and less predictable than that, Daz. Nice try. Thank you, Daz Lander. I fully appreciate it. And I will do my best to murder all of them.
I mean, don't you always?
I mean, he's got a point. You do try to murder us all anyways.
I do
Well, you know,
not.
actually, she killed Gunther twice, but he was too dinosaur-like to realize he was dead.
That is true. I did bring you below. I did inflict critical damage on you twice, but I couldn't manage to actually deliver a killing blow.
I mean,
Because you kept hitting him in the head.
Thank you, Daz. Mwah.
I mean, Fiaura, just look at Panzer. You literally killed 3 of his goddamn characters in 3 games.
Hey, it
I
wasn't...
killed Hetty twice, and Hetty came back with a 3rd character.
Yeah, I mean, we keep coming back for it. We're gluttons for punishment.
No, but it was just the point that you killed the same person's characters in 3 different games, right in a row.
Well, the party tactics
not
killed
quite.
the priest.
Well, yeah, the party abandoning the tech priest is probably what killed him, but that's besides the point.
Well, I don't think you guys could have saved me even if you stuck around, so...
In the
They've
meantime,
been a little more smart with how they did things.
the guys playing the poker game all file out, collecting their winnings from each other, and are gone.
Watch them go.
Um,
Drink a beer.
The handsome young man who looks like he might be 15 suddenly has all 3 of the ladies tugging at him and dragging him out the door, leaving just you lot, one guy at the bar, and the bartender.
Isabella goes up to, she's going to try and examine the crystallized ruby. She thinks there's something there, but she's not quite sure.
Make a magic test.
I have a bad feeling.
Alright,
Every
that's
time
a
you touch that.
D10.
You roll the number of dice equal to your magic rating, and if you focus, you may add your. If you want to make a willpower test first, you may then add your willpower bonus to it.
Yeah, I'll make the willpower test first.
Invocation.
Okay, it looks like she's just doing this blind.
Okay, make a make a magic test roll. Basically, roll a die and then add your magic rating to the die.
Magic rating of 1.
Wait, magic rating is D10 plus, I think it was something about the item?
No, magic rating is for you, the caster, is roll a number
Wait, no,
of d10s
not
equal to your
magic rating. That not magic rating. I meant magic roll.
Yes, but you're not You're trying to discern what the item is, how the item works, and the only way to discern how the item works is to have magic. So, roll magic rating. So roll a number of dice equal to your magic rating. Your total is 5. You have no clue, and it doesn't come to you. It takes you 20, and that's after 20 minutes of examination. Is anybody else doing anything?
Imrak would like to strike up a conversation with the bartender.
What can I help you with?
Seems to be a bit of a slow night. Just give me the strongest of your human beers. And is it always as quiet as here this night, or is there something special?
Usually when the storm rolls in, business gets bad. So I would just, don't think the townsfolk are less than friendly. It's just because, it started raining. And that means I'm gonna have a little bit less money to play poker with tomorrow night. I'll get you something nice. He turns around and reaches up. You notice that there is a very ornate rifle behind the counter. And he undoes a panel in the wall underneath the mounted rifle to get to get at something behind there, pulling out a frosty mug of booze before passing it to you. That'll be 5 shillings.
Yeah, put it on the Baron's tab.
Oh, Baron's tab. Oh, right. You them folks. Okay. He walks over, and literally you see him put 5 marks on a piece of paper next to a silver coin.
So that's a mighty fine-looking rifle. Is it yours?
Aye. Used to be head of the marksmans. At least the 32nd marksman of the Imperial Guards.
Which region is that from?
You ain't from here, are you?
No, I'm from Kara Kaiser. I haven't spent a lot of time above ground. This rain thing is pretty new to me.
32nd Marksman's is Middenheim's finest. There's only 2 marksman units in all of Middenheim, and to get in them, you gotta be good.
How long did you serve for?
Starts finger counting. He then starts counting on his toes. 30? Yeah, 30.
That's not bad. That took me.
This guy looks old. Just to clarify, he's got Santa Claus beard syndrome.
Am I the only one to think he had Am I the only one thinking he had an extra 10 toes?
I mean, it's not impossible.
I thought he had 2 each fingers and toes, and then he counted on his penis and got 2 of them.
I swear to you, I seen some things.
And some stuff.
And some
Puddle
stuff,
stuff.
orc stuff, chaos stuff, other Bretonians getting all angsty stuff you wouldn't believe.
Oh, if you want to look at angst, look at the little one. He's a right pile of anger.
So Imrak takes a pull on the
We're playing
on the
Warhammer RPG.
frosty mugger, and compliments the bartender on the beer. He says, "Okay, so what's the story behind the rifle? It looks very ornate and finely done, even for a marksman."
He leans over. When you have 30 years of service, you tend to spend a lot of money on your gun.
Aye, that is the tool of the trade after all. I can appreciate you taking good care of it. Must have saved you a lot of times.
Too bad.
Here, here.
Too bad, my wife. Though I didn't go mad like the Baron did when he lost his.
Tell me more about how he went mad.
Oh, he's been locked in his house. I'm surprised he was taking guests tonight. He sends out messengers, and only the messengers ever see him anymore. It's been, blimey, 2, 3. Just then, if it will put the goddamn thing on the oh, there it goes. A man burst into the door, panting. He shouts at the top of his lungs, "Hurry, hurry! We must bar the doors and windows. The dead have risen!"
Yeah.
Can I just say that other character, that guy looks more like a Skaven than a human?
Yeah.
He's a peasant.
The man next to you at the bar, next to Imrak at the bar, turns around, looks at him, and goes, "Conrad, have you been in the sauce again? I know you have to tend to the crypts, but seriously, God, wildlandish stories."
Yeah, first time I've heard that one.
Imrak is gonna walk to the window and look outside. Are there zombies?
Make a perception test to see through the storm. You may add plus 20 because you're looking out of a dark window into a dark night. Therefore, your eyes are adjusted. And also because there is something moving.
That's the rain.
Is that plus 20?
Yes.
Nope, it's raining.
Isabella casually glances out the window.
Did you actually get up and go to the window, or are you just looking out the window from the table?
Yeah. That's not what I meant to do. Yeah, I guess she'll go up and look out the window.
Well, that means you get the plus 20 because you actually got up and went to the window. Yeah, there's about 70 or so zombies shambling towards the inn, eating townspeople in the streets whose screams are concealed by the storm.
Oh, you don't see that every day.
All right, bar the doors.
Hey, bartender, have you seen this in your 30 years?
What in tarnation?
So how do we fight this?
The gravedigger just kind of shrugged. I aim for their heads, baby!
Hit them till they can't move.
So will we actually have to fight 71 at a time or something, or how does this go?
How is this going to go?
The
Well,
doorway.
as many as possible are going to come crashing through the door and windows at once and continuously try to assault you. I hate to break this to you, but there's a lot of them.
Bartender? How
Retreat up the
flammable is
stairs
that
and defend
alcohol?
away.
There is no upstairs.
Oh, I thought there was.
No. Oh, well, there is an upstairs. It's 4 guest rooms and a hallway.
Hey, bartender, I hope you have some shot and rounds for that.
He's already loading the rifle.
Good man.
I'd also hope that alcohol's flammable, because we might need to burn a lot of the fuckers.
I mean, are we in a wooden structure? That's my question.
Yes.
Because that might be burning us as well, which is a suboptimal outcome.
I mean, it's burn alive or be eaten alive. There's a chance we can avoid the fire.
The bartender is screaming at his daughters to go out through the cellar and into the sewers, which they are already in full flight.
What does the access to the cellar look like?
It's a door behind the bar. And he's got his rifle out. He's aiming down. Are you guys really going to try to hold here?
Oh, hell no.
No, if I have a choice, but everybody fall back to the cellar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Grundy will try and do a fighting withdrawal to cover for people.
Imrak is going to follow that one.
Everyone, roll initiative.
Thank you.
Because as of this moment, they're trying to get in the door.
My Gambison is my friend. I have never...
Well, fuck.
You rolled a nat 1. Nice.
Again?
That's alright. The zombies are on a 13.
A fast
Well,
roll
they
or
are
something? Wow.
zombies.
They are zombies after all, so. By the way, what are the rules for great weapons? Like, can I swing over someone if I'm behind them to hit a zombie? Or
No, a great weapon
Okay.
just makes it where...
You need a pike or a halberd to do that.
Yeah, I only have a great
Or a
weapon.
long
Okay.
Fiaura, whoever is right in front of my character, I think it's the...
He's
Crypt Keeper.
behind you, technically.
Well, I push him towards the back.
Oh, he's
Run.
running.
Run, peasant, run.
I move here and I throw a chair into the doorway to try and slow him down. Then I'll keep falling back. But I'm going to wait until Isabel and Stupid.
So, Isabel, you're first to go.
Alright, let's see, what's her movement? Okay, yeah, my move's 5, so I'm gonna move back 5 and aim.
Okay, move 5 and aim. Hi, Sir
Okay.
Squeak. Thomas, you're still sitting at the table. What are you doing?
You can hold action. No, I'll just move back a bit.
Okay, where are you moving to?
There. Where the hell away from zombies? The dead shouldn't be alive.
At that moment, everyone hears that rifle go off, and roll 1d100 less than 61.
Good man.
I think I'm going to take the 10.
Which means, go for the
Cool.
Which does 15 since his rifle is is strength 5.
Don't you get a roll again? Because The critical.
No, not a player.
Oh.
Unless you guys want me to do that for NPCs.
No.
I mean, I would say yes. There should be an equal playing ground.
No, because there's always going to be more enemies than us.
He kills a zombie. Like, literally blows its head clean off, and another one immediately takes its place.
I see what you meant by 30 years to earn that rifle.
What are you doing, Imrak?
Imrak will run towards the cellar door.
Oh, there is squares there. I can't see them.
Imrak is fleeing. Got it.
You went full on sprint, I think.
Yeah, I went for a full-on run, and as he's running, Imrak turns like when he gets next to the marksman, he looks at the others and says, "Run, you fools!"
Wait, I have to ask,
Really?
does he have to duck under the bar, or does he just run straight under it?
He runs straight under it.
Run straight under it.
So, Grundy, what are you doing?
How far can I move and still have a defensive attack?
Your base movement, so for you that is 3.
Eesh.
I mean,
Nope, I'm going to run 6, or is it 9?
9. So that's 3 squares for every one.
No, and on this map it's a 1-to-1 scale. I should have specified that.
And I like I say, I try and toss the chair as I run back into the crowd.
All right, make a ballistics check to toss a chair.
There we go, whatever that is.
You broke a window.
Okay. Well, they were going to break it anyways.
These zombies shamble in through this window.
Wow, they're as fast as us.
well, the difference is zombies can't take run actions. We can.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a double move for them.
Oh, so we do actually have 70 full zombies. Well, 69 full zombies now.
Yeah, this is
It's gonna take a while.
You thought I was kidding.
No, I wasn't. That's the thing.
It says 75 zombies total if the players want to sit here and hack away at them.
Some saying easy to kill, though.
You're right.
I mean to.
Let's see. They are mindless, they are shambling, they are frightening, which means every time you want to attack them, you must pass a willpower test or you can't. And
Are there like 13 wounds too?
12 wounds each.
12 wounds each. 3 was 1 or 2 toughness.
3 toughness.
3 toughness. So yeah, they're about as hard to kill as a normal person, except we have to take a willpower test every time we want to fucking.
No. Here's the hilarious
Punch.
part. Here's the hilarious part about standard zombies. They are all considered to be wearing leather jacks that protect their torso and arms, and all of them have various implements that can be described as hand weapons.
So what you're saying is Army Pensioners Club.
So the great double doors are being battered down.
Like the less intelligent zombies.
Willpower, 38. Ugh.
Wow, I can't believe that on a strength 30 they got 3 successes. Yeah, the door fragments and shatters under the bombardment of the zombies trying to get in.
Oh, fuck.
And you can see a horde of them.
Yeah, but
horde. Did I mention horde?
All
enough?
back.
Thomas is gonna look at the barkeeper. Is like, yeah, I definitely think it might be better to be using that alcohol to burn the fucker down.
The barkeeper is hastily reloading his rifle.
That's still
Isabel?
2 full turns reload, right?
Alright, Isabel's going to fire and then move back 5.
Okay. Ping who you're shooting at. Is my chat really that quiet, or is my restream just not? You know, it is. Y'all are quiet.
That's a little.
Yeah, I'm gonna fire at that one.
Okay. Take that shot.
I just realized you could walk load, and the zombies won't catch up.
Yeah.
No, you'd have to do
Well,
it.
I hit.
Jesus.
That is a hit. That is a critical hit.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
To
and
the
damage.
head.
Okay, so 10 or 7. We'll take the strength bonus 5 roll, and you can roll another d5 because you crit.
No, that's counting in the bonus. So
That does not count in the critical bonus.
no, she didn't roll a straight 10. She rolled a 5 plus the 5 for a gun.
She rolled a critical hit, Chaco.
Don't argue the rules,
Attack
Chaco.
roll 2.
She rolled a 2.
There we go. 12. Okay, yonder zombie's right arm is blown clean off, but it continues forward.
Yep, and now she's going to move back.
Chaco, if you roll between a 1 and 5, it counts as a critical hit. You automatically get an extra d5 damage.
Ah, good to know.
Your turn, Thomas.
Thomas don't got any ranged weapons, and he ain't getting close to that thing, so I'll just move back again.
Emmerich?
Imrak will move in front of, actually to the side of Isabel, but still in front, and hand her the firearm that is already loaded, and goes, "Next time, aim for the head."
Grundy! Grundy?
Yeah, I'm here, but
He's considering whether he should charge straight ahead yodeling.
nope. I'm going to assist the Crypt Keeper in getting out of the way.
You slap him a couple times and he regains his composure and starts running.
That works. I look at the barkeep and said, "You're only going to get one more shot."
Zombies!
1, 2, 3.
Zombies, shamble, shamble, shamble.
The one guy at the bar hasn't been moving.
He's terrified. Nobody bothered to stop and get him to move.
Oh, well, he's dead. Goodbye, nameless peasant.
Nameless peasant number 5.
I think it's like nameless peasant 7.
The third peasant from the left.
Yeah.
Smart thing is just to leave him there.
Yes, and
The
we're going
heroic-
to be smart for a change.
This is Warhammer. People will be heroic fucking die.
I mean, that's also true in real life, but sure.
Billy, don't be a hero!
Billy, don't be a hero.
Okay, put it a better way. The people who are stupid.
Okay, I just want to point this out to you guys so you understand the scale of this. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15.
This is about half of their force.
36. So this is half of them. And there are more outside, and there being more being made outside as townsfolk are half eaten alive.
So they're killing the townsfolk and they're instantly becoming zombies.
Bartender finishes his reload and takes aim. Isabel?
Isabel will be back in a sec.
I'm back. Alright, so I'm going to take the firearm from Imrak, the one that he's offering me, and then I'm going to move 5 and aim.
Okay. So take your move. Okay. Thomas?
Oh wait, I do actually have a fucking ranged weapon. I bought a crossbow. Oh no, I found a crossbow.
Could always
Now he remembers.
You could always whip out ye old crossbow and pray you get a headshot.
Yeah, Thomas is going to whip out crossbow using the quick draw and just fire at zombie next to peasant, yelling at dumb old peasant to get the fuck away from the goddamn zombie.
Okay. Are you actually
How much
aiming
you want
for
to
the
bet
head?
he's going to shoot the peasant?
Yeah, wasting my bait.
I will. I'll not aim for the head. You know.
What's your ballistic skill?
That's a good point. Where's my about the same as my weapon skill.
I mean, let's
37.
put it. Yeah.
I guess Thomas will probably aim and shoot.
Okay.
Oh! You just shot yourself in the foot, literally.
I will fortune point. I'm not critically.
Are you critically stupid or what?
Let's find out. Nope. That
Okay.
crossbow bolt goes careening off and embeds itself in the wall. The zombie you shot at looks at you and looks offended.
I'm sorry. This is the first time I'm using a crossbow.
Like,
Yeah.
honestly, if a zombie could look offended, it's offended.
Imrak sighs and says, less brains than a grox.
It's your turn, Imrak.
They don't have groks in this universe.
Imrak will
Hi, Jonathan.
pull
Hello,
back
Holtz.
next
I'm
to
sorry to hear that
Grundy
about your
and
cat, Tony. I
ask
hope
him
she's
what the
okay.
plan is.
You know, I should have asked if I could just kept the 99 and just have shot the peasant. That way, it'd be distracted. Zombies be distracted.
Alright, Grundy, you're up.
Grundy, what's the plan?
Two of us need to hold the door for a few minutes while everybody escapes.
I say the two of us do it.
I need a volunteer to go stay with me.
I'll stay with you.
We'll either die together or we'll slowly escape together.
Yeah, works fine either way.
Pushes the innkeeper, please leave now so you don't die. And he tries to get everybody else going. And
Hey, peasant, unless you're witless, get away.
The innkeeper refuses. I'm not letting them have my bar!
Okay, in that case, just get behind us and keep shooting. We'll be your living wall.
Now, how hard is it for them to come up over this bar? Is it like a scramble up over?
It's a scramble up over it.
I'd say it's better if we actually do it at the door, because it's too much bar to protect, just the two of us.
Barkeeper, please fall back to the door at least. Him and I can be a wall for you and you can shoot over us. Chomp, chomp, chomp.
Old man, if you don't fall back, the zombies are gonna take your gun. Let's see if that moves him. Should I try some sort of a charm or persuasion test on that one?
I used all my fellowship on it.
Hey, we know who passes fellowship tests even at a
You
negative
need
10.
to make a fellowship test and exceed it by more than he has failed. His willpower test.
Okay, let's try.
So you need a crit.
Well, I
Roll
can't get
20
crits every time.
says failure.
Get behind us.
And we're scarier than the zombies.
I mean, I smell probably worse than the zombies. But yeah, Grundy, I'd say we hold the door, because I'm looking at how many squares we can tie down, and the two of us can't cover the entire bar.
Alright, well, wow, only one hit the peasant.
Well, they are zombies.
Spaz.
I mean, if you don't kill him, they might actually get to peasant to.
No, he's alive. He's just been bitten.
On the face.
Oh god, no.
In the 30, so his chest has had a chunk torn right out of it.
Ow.
And he's screaming.
How long does it take someone to become a zombie?
They have to die.
I don't know. You do
Okay.
the math. Since your characters have no knowledge of necromancy or how it works.
How long does it
Can
take?
you detect the sarcasm in my voice?
Not long enough.
No, it's too subtle for me.
Alright, So bartender is going to fire a shot here. And you guys should all start praying that Sigmar or more interferes on your behalf at this point. Or run! So bartender.
I'll say run.
That will hit. Boom!
Jeez, another one is gone. Another
Knocks
one.
the head off the nearest zombie and drops it.
So which is the nearest one? This one?
I already knocked it off the board.
Okay.
Alright, Isabel, you're up.
Alright, she's going to fire at the nearest zombie and then move 5.
Okay.
Assist the crypt keeper to go down the stairs.
By the way, Fee, how does the door close on the cellar door?
You push in to go into the cellar.
Okay.
Alright, I hit.
Well, you're not aiming for the head, so all you did was blow its left arm off. Congratulations, that poor zombie does not have a left or right arm anymore.
I mean,
Just
better odds
destroyed
for
his
us.
sex life.
It's literally looking at you and going, "That's a flesh wound. I'll bite your knees off."
Oh god.
No, he has to lose his legs first.
You've made him the
Yeah.
Black Knight of zombies.
Isabel, just next time aim for their legs, and then you can drop different zombies as long as they don't have one leg, so they're slowed down.
Alright, and I have moved.
Okay, you can move off the board since you made it to the door. All right, Thomas.
Thomas is going to do the sensible thing and tell the other one, like, we need to get the hell out of here. And then start moving. And just head out himself.
Okay.
Can't mess with the fucking dead.
Emmerich?
Oh, he will try to grab a bottle of wine as he's going.
Make an agility check to see if you can grab, to see what you can grab on the way by.
Vinegar!
Agility, just raw agility. Oh shit, his worst stat.
Fail.
Failure.
Did he at least spread some of the alcohol on the floor?
Wine doesn't burn.
Well, he said he tried for wine, but we don't know what he
You
knocked out.
grabbed one bottle marked olive oil.
God damn.
Still, I mean, it's still better for burning than wine, so...
Yeah, I mean, we could use it to burn things. It is oil.
It's olive oil, guys. It doesn't burn.
Everything burns if you pour enough fire on it.
So, Emmerich, it's your turn.
Imrak looks around the bar, looking for anything flammable.
You're surrounded by boozahol.
Can Imrak use... I mean, where is it located? Is it like here or where we are standing?
All across these shelves.
You remember, this is wine and beer.
And under the bar here. Do you have a source of fire?
Yes.
Which is?
Gunpowder.
Nope. Because that I gave away to Isabel. But miners come equipped with a storm lantern and lamp oil.
Are you going to spend your turn lighting a lantern?
No, I'm just gonna pour the oil all around the boozer hole and use my weapon to knock over as many bottles as possible and make them all kind of
make an
spill.
agility test at negative 15.
Oh, negative 15. Come on.
It's because he's short, isn't it?
While you have knocked over bottles of wine, beer, and even poured oil everywhere, you were thoroughly covered in it.
Oh, shit. Is that a whole turn in that case?
Hold on. Make a perception test at minus 10.
God.
There's a fire burning in the kitchen. That'll get you going.
You at present do not realize you are covered in stuff that is flammable.
This reminds me of my first only war character who ended up on fire.
Grundy,
and a
your
fear
turn.
of fire. But wait, the other thing that Imrak wanted to do is that he wanted to pull the bartender by his shirt backwards as he's retreating.
I'll assist.
The bartender is still stubbornly trying to load his rifle and shoot. This guy is screaming his head off as he's eaten alive.
Well, at least he's keeping a couple of them busy.
I'm trying to shove the bartender behind Imrak and I.
He does know he'd kill more by moving backwards, shooting them, and then doing that over and over.
That's not how enraged people work when they're trying to defend their inn.
That is true.
I'm waiting for him to finally realize it ain't worth it.
He ain't gonna realize that.
He might when he sees his place full of zombies.
Grundy, the plan is you knock him over, I grab him by the back of the collar and pull him, and you set the place on fire.
With what?
I don't know. You seem to be around some fire on your icon, so.
At the end of the turn, the guy that they were eating gets back up as a new zombie.
Oh, great.
Bartender continues to furiously reload his rifle. And then takes aim. Isabel is currently has made it to the cellar. Thomas has made it to the cellar. Emmerich, what are you doing?
Keep pulling him.
Imrak wants to kind of pull him backwards so he falls on his ass.
Okay, roll a strength test.
I can assist him if I am allowed.
Does they give any bonuses or?
No.
Can I give him a shot to the solar plexus to make him not be so stiff?
No, Joy.
He stands his ground. Your turn, Grundy. What are you doing?
I mean, you can always punch.
I mean, I don't want to lose that gun, to be honest.
I'm trying to save as many people as I can. I'm being the hero. I try and forcibly pull him back.
Make a strength test.
I wanted to say, do you want to try and trip him using your weapon, and then we can do it?
Nope.
Ooh, critical failure.
He is an iron stone. Do either of you want to do anything else as you realize the horde is almost upon you?
Well, actually, you got what? 1, 2, 3. Close. I go down the stairs.
Imrak throws his, I guess, how did it work with the lantern so I can throw it and set the whole place on fire if possible?
You haven't lit your lantern.
You haven't lit it yet.
Ah, okay. Fair enough.
Are you actively taking half a turn to light it?
Yes, I am.
Okay, what are you doing with the other half of your turn?
Actually,
no. You've already used. You tried to move him, and then you stopped and lit your lantern.
Oh yeah, you're right. That's the whole turn. You're right.
I don't know from the player perspective, but this must look really bad when the entire bar is covered in zombie.
Yeah, in most cases.
And this is still only half the horde. That's the best part.
There are more of them outside eating the townsfolk.
Multiplying the numbers. God damn it, old man, I just wanted your gun.
I would have just mentioned, hey, it's protect your bar or protect your daughters.
No, that's not how... Well, why didn't you? You just ran away.
I'm not there.
You ran away.
Okay,
coward.
If we could have gotten him behind us, we could have played a nice little shield wall.
He apparently is doing a fairly decent job of now using his rifle to keep the zombies at bay.
I mean, you tell him what I said now.
He is gonna rifle club a zombie. And he hit.
They're made to do that.
And he smashed a zombie's head in.
What?
Just one guy defeats the entire zombie horde.
One guy holding them off for the moment. Emmerich, you're up.
Well, with the lantern lit, Imrak kind of rolls it between the bartender's legs towards the bar where he spilled all the alcohol and the oil.
Make an agility check at -10.
God, I'm gonna set myself on fire, aren't I?
Hopefully.
No, the little one. There'll be a marshmallow.
Yep, there we go.
Failure.
I mean, I literally just put it down and rolled it between his legs.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. I know I have a
Should
picture of fire in here somewhere.
God, I'm
No,
gonna
wait.
lose my. I'm gonna lose my beard, aren't I?
Oh, you'll definitely have to take the Slayer out. That's dishonorable.
I can't
Oh,
even
with
be a
that, I
slayer.
don't want to get all that smelly hair.
Well, no, when you become a Slayer, you have to shave off all your hair anyways.
I thought I had a
So you'd-
picture of fire in here somewhere.
No, I mean you still have. You still have the what do you call it? The beard. You just.
No, when you become a Slayer, you shave off all your hair, and then all the hair that grows back new, you dye it orange.
Ah, okay, fair enough.
Well, honestly,
I had one
that
of the
scene
naked
with the
Slayers.
burning Grimly beard.
I had a naked Slayer that I'd painted with a pink beard and pink hair.
I mean, I could always rename myself Edward Teach, and have constantly burning. Jesus Christ, Fiora, that's a big fire.
You lit a fire purposely behind a bar loaded with booze.
Run away!
And
That's-
you, sir, are on fire.
I mean, could be worse.
Roll damage against yourself. The fire is strength 2.
So how do I roll that?
1d10 plus 2.
Aren't you lucky?
Well, I have a toughness of 5. So no damage.
How do you have a toughness of 5?
Because I invested in it.
Dwarves
No,
get a
it says
bonus.
starting as 51. That is not correct.
No, starting was 46, and then I spent another 5 after the end of the last turn to put it to 51.
Do you have a career advance that will allow you to advance it by 5?
Yes. I
You're
think
supposed
so.
to put the 5 in the advance, not the starting.
Wait, huh? Oh,
You filled out your character sheet completely wrong.
No?
You have your background, your career. and
Yeah,
that's how you
it's
get-
the starting, talents, careers, and advancement. You put any bonuses in advancement. You're also supposed to set a thing in career, or so you can purchase it.
Hanser, you're pathetic, because even I figured that out. And I'm pathetic.
I'm bad and I feel bad.
For clarification purposes, yes, you do get your toughness bonus. But until you actually stop and put yourself out, the fire just gets worse.
That's okay, I guess.
Derp.
So, dear sir,
That is a derp.
you also have to make a willpower test or panic.
Okay, just give me a sec. So is that a fear and terror, or how does that work?
That is...
Because we have plus 10 on fear, terror, and intimidate, because I'm stout-hearted.
No, it is not fear or terror. It is literally It is literally a panic check.
How do I roll that?
You just roll a... I've said, roll a willpower test.
Click on the WP.
Okay. Oh shit! Failed by 3. Fuck my life.
Thank you. You are panicking. Your sole objective is to get away from the source of what's making you panic.
Run for the door.
Grundy, your turn.
Do I have a chance to move before the fire fully engulfs this room?
The room is fully engulfed at the start of your turn. You may move without catching on fire for now, but the longer you stay here, the more hazardous it's going to become.
I'm gone. I'm Jesse Owens.
And now, my Jesse Owens impression.
It's like they're all running along, and all of a sudden, this streak.
Boom. Was that who you're saying bald? I don't know, but he was fucking running.
Like Richard Pryor said, once you get that fire on you,
Well, something tells me the old man might actually go up in a flame of glory if his gunpowder catches on fire.
oh, he will. It will, I should say.
Yeah.
Nice knowing you, Emrak.
Ah, Jesus Christ! This happens every time. It's
Okay,
fire.
This was your
and
own
it's
fault.
Making a
People
agility
running
test,
away.
Old man catches on fire, is hastily trying to bat the zombies away, who are trying to maul him religiously.
And missing,
So
except for one.
only 2 of them hit,
Only 2 of them hit.
and one has a critical failure, so he interferes with another one.
Yep. But they do get some chunks out of him. And are swarming him, and you, by extension.
And burning.
And they don't care that they're on fire. As a matter of fact, burning doesn't seem to hinder them. It actually seems to make them more threatening.
Well, they still lose wounds, hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, there's a zombie on fire coming at you. Of course, it looks more threatening.
And smells even worse.
But hey, if it slowly kills them.
That's interesting. YouTube has an internal server error right now.
Wait?
YouTube does not want to let people see me die again.
No, I wanted to go to Fiora's channel, and it actually gave me a 500 internal server error that something went wrong and they are sorry, and that their highly trained monkeys has been dispatched to deal with the situation. Literally.
That might explain why the chat is quiet.
That would certainly explain it and everything. Here you go, Electroblitz. Anyway.
Still working. There.
Emrak is being overrun.
Bartender
Bartender is going to take fire damage. He's at 1d10 plus 2 for right now. But that is enough to bring him into criticals. And he fends off and staggers away from the horde and staggers downstairs.
Locking the door behind him, right?
Trying to push the door closed.
Shut up, Thomas!
Emrak, it is your turn.
Well, Imrek is panicked and on fire, so he wants to get away from the fire, so he's trying to get for the
Roll a
door.
willpower test.
So, first off, roll a willpower test against the zombies because they cause fear.
Oh, you're so boned.
Facts!
I mean, you have fate points and fortune points.
Do you wish to fate that?
Yeah, I'll fate it.
But fortune.
Survey says.
Again?
Oh.
Seriously? Jesus Christ, roll 20.
And
Well-
you'll have to burn it if you want to succeed now.
Yeah, I'll burn it.
You have burned a fortune point to not sit there and shit your drawers while you're on
Yes.
fire, surrounded by zombies who were also on fire.
I mean, if you have to burn one, this is pretty much the time to do it.
Alright.
Well, you burn
You
the face
have a
point or burn
compulsion to flee because you're on fire.
Flee!
I want to flee through the door and into the cellar.
And roll down
Okay.
the stairs.
You hit the door that the bleeding, burning bartender is holding closed.
Listen, you asshole, let
That
me
he's
go!
desperately trying to bar. So you and him must make an opposed strength test.
Oh, man.
So roll a d10 and add your strength bonus.
The first Panzer death of the series.
Okay.
Jesus Christ! For once, Roll20 looked at me and said this session and said, "All right, you can do
Hold
something."
on. I have to look up the door.
You got to look up the door.
Oh,
Hey, Eddie,
Doors
I have to
fast.
look up the
real
resistance the door has.
oh fuck my life! Oh,
Resistance
Kick me.
3, so you are currently unable to push the door open.
kick me in the balls and call me Susie.
Hello, Susie.
Ah! Let me in! The bartender, unless anybody else next to the bartender is trying to stop him, is actively trying to use his rifle to slide between the door moorings and bar it.
Also, he's been bitten, so he's gonna come and bite you guys very soon.
So is
if you don't-
anyone trying to stop the bartender from barring the door?
No, because Imrak has to be dead if the bartender's coming through.
Yeah.
Besides, I just ran out of a flaming room.
I mean, why would Thomas want to save someone who's like constantly trying to kill him over a little joke?
Well, you'll be nice to know, Imrak, that in the heat of the fire, the zombies can't quite find you yet.
In that case, Imrak will start shouting, "Open up, you assholes! That guy's been bitten.
Roll a
He'll come back and
d10
die."
plus 3 for fire damage you take from being on fire.
Don't have a toughness.
Give die.
You are being lucky as fuck.
For a change.
Now you must make an opposed strength test against the door and its barring to try to get it open before the innkeeper has it completely sealed.
I have a 9. I think hopefully that will do it. Come on! Come the fuck on!
You had your chance to run.
I tried to! And I tried
No,
to
you
save my
didn't!
grateful
You
ass.
took 2 turns to set the bar on fire and another entire turn to try to get the barkeeper to run!
Goddamn mind,
Wow.
human.
Even Harley's more efficient than that.
Oh,
Cooper
she's-
is more efficient than that.
Wow, you're worse than Cooper.
Okay,
So-
the bartender has barred the door and collapses back against the opposite wall, breathing heavily. The innkeeper rushes forward and goes, "I'm a priest of Moor, I can help," and starts trying to tend to his wounds.
By the way, what damage are zombies taking from the fire?
They're
Zombies,
becoming skeletons.
basically, yes.
Sorry, what?
They become skeletons.
But that's different than zombies?
Yes.
Well, if the fire
Yes.
burns long enough,
They're-
it
So
Destroy them.
right now they're flaming zombies. They're fabulous zombies.
And I'm guessing if we get into melee, they will set me even more on fire.
Here's the difference. Skeletons have a slightly higher agility, but a lower toughness.
You're telling me you don't need 2 different raised dead spells to do zombies and skeletons?
well,
No, you can use the same spell, but
toss
you just-
in a line pit.
Well-
Basically, you raise a zombie when it's got fleshy bits, and you raise a skeleton when it doesn't.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Imrak,
Skeletons are more difficult, but are also much stronger. For various reasons.
right. How long would it take me to try and put the fire out that is on me?
Well, you're standing in a
You
place
need
that's
to
on
not
fire.
be standing in a place that's on fire first.
And it burns, burns, burns! The ring of fire. By the way, is the fire spreading across the rest of the building?
Yes! Yes, it is.
Well, Emrek would like to shout out that these doors are made out of wood, and that if they don't open them,
doors.
they are still going to suffocate because of the smoke that's going to come through.
The cellar was connected to the sewers. We can just go to the sewers.
which means methane. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm a miner after all. We know how these things function. And
Yeah,
he's
so
gonna
am I. Let's keep moving.
start singing his Casolate dirge, getting ready to die.
By the way, you know your Book of Grudges?
Yeah, it's gonna burn up. So,
Yeah, it's gone.
well, not yet, but
So in the meantime, you having a bad day yet?
well, I mean, if I was someone else, I would say yes. But this is kind of my average day when I'm
make
playing.
another strength test at +1 this time because the door is starting to give to try to break the door down.
It's gonna do us all.
So it's 1d10 +1, no strength bonus, or
No, you get your strength bonus +1.
1d10 plus 4.
oh, for fuck's sake! It has a +7 on its own.
Not without someone actively holding it. Without someone actively holding it, it drops to +5. Still, the door resists your attempt to bash it, even though you're knocking pieces of wood off, and it's starting to maybe catch a little fire. Oh, look, the zombie. Let's see if the zombies can locate you with the noise.
We'll have to keep moving forward
No,
eventually.
they can't quite find you until they literally bump into you. So they don't get to attack you this turn. But you are surrounded by a zombie horde that is on fire.
I mean, if you could just run between their legs, he is short enough.
You are surrounded by the most fabulous zombies you've ever had the misfortune of being locked in the same room with.
The term is they're fabulous.
I mean, you know, this is what I do after all. I think, but actually, wait. So do the skeletons actually also get to carbonize and die, or how does that work with fire?
It's going to take a while to burn the bodies to ash.
It's going to take a while for it to burn the bodies to skeletons, much less ash.
Yeah, but we do have a pretty good conflagration going on.
You do. In the meantime, you have one more opportunity before the zombie horde begins unloading on you.
Well, actually, first I need to
Are you saying they're
roll
going to
for fire
him
damage.
and unload on him?
Yes, you need to roll 1d10 plus 4 now for fire damage.
Ah, fuck! I take 4 wounds, I guess.
It burns. This burning ring of fire.
I'm guessing
I dove. I swam deeper and the flames only burned higher.
I'm just trying to find where the
Ooh, Johnny Cash.
Yeah, we
Burn, baby, burn, ring of fire.
Burn, baby, burn, indeed. Which page were wounds on? I keep forgetting.
Oh, what was it? Bruce Springsteen. Oh, I'm on fire.
Career, weapons, armor.
So you have one more. Fire does not apply armor.
No. I wasn't thinking for bonus. I'm just thinking to write down the number of wounds I got.
You took 5 or 6.
I took 6.
Alright, make a strength test to try to bash down the door, or you can turn around and go at the zombies.
So do I still do the opposed plus with a +4 or with a +3?
No, you do it with +4.
God damn it! If he fucking dooms us.
We are still moving down. I don't know about you.
Yes.
So you bash the door open to find the room is empty. I'm gonna flip to everyone else. And over the course of the last 3 rounds, you have carried the barkeep, his 2 daughters, the priest of Moor, and yourselves through a steel grate and locked the grate behind you. The priest of Moor cast some sort of holy fire upon the grate to sear it shut. As all of you dive into the sewers. Imrak, you stand in the hallway to the stairs down the cellar alone.
Surrounded by zombies.
How
She hasn't been making you make willpower tests.
how bashed are the doors?
Oh, I haven't not been making him willpower test because causes fear only affects you when you try to actively turn around and attack them.
And I'm also panicked and trying to get away from fire, so zombies are a minor consideration.
He's already panicked. So, fear test.
To get away
Panic
from the
more.
Question. How bashed is the door now that I've wrangled it open?
Roll me strength.
With my standard.
Just roll a strength test.
10 plus 3.
Roll a D100 strength test.
We abandoned him to die.
Tom, I found it in
Success?
at the top.
Well, the barkeep said that no one could have survived the conflagration and horde of undead that was coming up behind him.
I believe him.
I'll believe
The
him when I
door
die.
is almost just completely cleaved in half. Even if you were to close it, zombies could easily just make their way over the top half that's laying in the hallway. The rifle's there, though.
Is there anything there besides the rifle? Like, is there any gunpowder or anything?
Nope.
Thank you, Hetty.
Imrek is going to pick up the rifle and close the door.
You mean close the half of the door that's left?
Yeah, because I'm banking on the zombies failing the finding their way check again, so they'll continue to shamble around in the fight.
Oh no, they found you now.
Oh, they found me now.
Yeah.
In that case, get the rifle and run for the grate.
Okay, start running for the grate.
By the way,
get to the grate. You
take
have
your
the
fire
rifle in
damage.
hand, and you get to the grate.
Question. Is there any structural damage to the inn with the fire by this point? Like, do we have falling
Not
pieces
yet.
of timber? No, not yet.
Remember,
It's
take
only
time
been
to
about
burn.
a minute. Fire takes some time to eat through, thick
Yeah,
wood.
fair enough.
Sometimes it won't burn all the way through.
So
Yeah, no,
you now have a horde of zombies chasing you down the stairs, scrambling over each other. They are on fire and spreading said fire all around you, except for to the hard stone floor at the bottom of this cellar. And on top of that, the booze inside the cellar is starting to catch fire as well.
Oh, fuck.
What is
You get up to the grate, it's your turn, and you discover the grate has been seared, melted shut by some sort of intense heat.
Is the metal still glowing, or has it cooled down already? Because it's been like 30 seconds.
I mean, it's still hot, but it's not melting anymore.
That's okay. Hot is all I need. I want to use the weapon that I have in my hand. I want to use the pick that I have to kind of use it as a
Crowbar.
I mean,
what
I
are you
want
doing
to.
with the rifle? Are you taking the time to put it away, or are you just dropping it?
I'm gonna drop it.
Drop the rifle, grab your pick,
Take
make
burn
me a
damage.
weapon skill check at plus 20 because it's a stationary target.
She's gonna try to mine.
Oh, and also take a D10 plus 4 fire damage because you haven't bothered to put yourself out yet.
Jesus Christ, that's
She is
11
being
wounds.
so nice to you.
She is being very nice to me.
No,
But too nice.
no. If he dies, I'm making it epic.
I mean, I can appreciate that.
I'm
So now
torturing him and drawing it out too.
I've succeeded on the weapon skill, and I have 11 wounds right now.
See, I'm kind of amazed you didn't try to say, I'm gonna bash my way through the zombies.
Make a strength
Cause I
test.
can.
Or roll me damage. See how much damage you can do with a iron grate with a metal pick. Wow, that zombie sounded... I'm playing zombie noises on stream. Wow! Roll 20 is like, I'm refusing to let you die yet.
Dwarves don't die.
The grate is halfway to being opened.
I mean, define halfway, because I'm small as hell. I'm the smallest you can get in this game.
As in, to the point you could actually move and hinge it back open.
I do love that they gave him 2 crits, but it's like, no, you're not going to get Fury. But either way, you're critting.
I mean, things happen, so... I would like to try to do that so I can squeeze the hell through.
You've already used your actions for the turn.
Oh yeah. So wait, do the zombies not need to try and find me again? Because this room is catching on fire as well.
No, they can see you and they can hear that pick swinging. They know exactly where you are.
They're coming for that dwarven booty. There ain't much of it. They're coming for it.
You also notice they're moving faster now. Apparently fire makes zombies faster.
With the skeletons.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 of them are going to hit you. 1 of them is going to bite its own arm off. And that's it.
Are they hitting me with weapons or biting me?
They're... Roll me 2d2s. I'll let you decide. I'll let you figure it out.
Bit his own arm off? Who bites his own arm off?
It was in the way.
Was that zombie like the special ed kid before?
Okay, this is the one that's actually biting you. And this is the one that's hitting you with a hand whip. Okay, you know, 1d0 doesn't work.
Jesus.
So there's the hand weapon, and there's the bite.
That was a
Fuck
big
my
bite.
life. So that's... Oh, fuck, that's 8 plus...
Armor applies,
6.
so you have... Ooh.
Yeah.
Use leather.
Well, you have 51 toughness.
Which is good, I
Top
guess.
5.
So you're shaving off 6, but you're still taking 4 and 6 wounds.
So that's 10.
10
So
more.
that puts me at negative... shit, where are my wounds on the character sheet?
Under core stats.
Let's see, core stats, combat, initiative.
So your wounds right now were 0.
No, I
You're
have 2
still alive.
wounds. I'm at negative... How many is that? Negative 8?
Negative 8.
Actually, no, wait, because for the fire, I've been counting my toughness as 46, not as 51. But anyways, negative 8.
Negative 8. Okay. Hold on.
I mean, you can fate point. You only have 1 more fate point to burn, but you can burn it.
Hold on.
Give me a sec, let's see.
Dice have already been rolled. I
Dice
gave
have been
you
rolled.
ample opportunity to declare fate points.
No, she did.
Like, I took my time rolling, even messed up the roll. So I had to redo it. He could have said fate point at any time.
No, I'm not disputing that. Let's see how epic we can make this.
So, the one that has done, so critical 133. So the bite went to your body.
Did he bite one of my tits off?
No, because when you hit -2 wounds is where that stopped, and it says it's... He bit your groin!
Bit his dick off. Okay, I
He
think.
bit your dick! I'm not even making this shit up!
Can I just say, zombie, if you're looking for brains, that's the wrong head.
I mean, he's so small, then they're really close
That was
together.
Tomas who thinks with that.
So,
No, that's Cooper.
so,
Cooper thinks that.
so, it literally says, struck in the groin. The pain is such the character cannot take any actions for a round.
Oh, fuck.
The second critical at -8 went to the leg. Your left leg is now a dangling bloody meat mass, and you are on the ground helpless, unable to move beyond 1 square per turn. If you suffer any further critical hits, the sudden death test is in effect, and you must make a toughness test immediately, or the leg from the thigh down is cleaved off.
I mean, to be honest, I'm dead anyway, so let's see how far we can take this. This is very me, that's all I'm gonna say.
You're fending off zombies, you're trying to strike the grate again, and then something bites your left testicle off.
Both of them, actually.
Yeah, teabagging all the way.
Teabagging.
So we have a mentally retarded zombie and then the very slutty zombie.
So, make me a toughness test real quick. I told you I was gonna make. If he's gonna die, I'm gonna make it epic. Nope. So the hand axe that excuse me the shoveling trowel that the farmer zombie is using stabs you in the thigh, runs through your femur, and when he twists it loose, takes the rest of your left leg off.
So should I start rolling blood loss as well? Or is that sear shot because I'm on fire?
That's seared shot because you're on fire.
Either that, the spurting blood will put it out.
So, if you don't mind, because your character technically can't act for the next round, I'm going to take control of your character for their final death.
Please go.
You try to crawl away from the zombies, banging at the grate, begging it to come open, and the zombie that bit your balls goes in for a second helping.
The slut zombie.
At the same time, the rest of the horde grabs at you and begins to pull and yank on various body parts until their nails dig into your flesh and muscle and start ripping it away. You die in agony, only to get back up the one-legged, no-dick, dwarven, undead mutant.
Die. Burning.
On fire.
So wait, do I get to play as that character now, as that zombie?
Please make me a willpower test. At plus 10, because you died in a horrific manner.
Do I have any resistance to magic or any of the others? Do they still apply? Or?
Nope, they don't apply once you're dead. Nope, you are mindless.
Okay, fair enough.
Well, he was mindless before.
So, everyone, you're all in the sewers. You can hear the terrible racket and the slow, grinding death.
And the dirge comes to an end.
Of Imrak upstairs. You literally can hear him dying.
No, we can't, because we're too busy running.
Yeah, we can run.
He's screaming and hollering, yelling about the fact his family jewels have been bitten off. It echoes through your ears until there's this guttural screech that's cut off as his throat's torn out. And that is when the innkeeper finally collapses onto his face. Please,
that
do make an
motherfucker
intelligence
better
check.
die.
Please make a what?
Please make an intelligence check. All of you who are alive.
Modify.
Nope, just straight intelligence.
I made it!
I made it.
We're waiting on Zaru? Kitty?
Isabella.
Isabella? Hello?
She might have gone grabbed something to drink. We were on
Well, in the meantime, the two of you immediately realized that the last time you saw one of these zombies eat someone, they got back up as a zombie.
Stand back, Father. This might be a little messy.
The priest of Moor stands to the side.
And I try and cut his head off cleanly.
Make a weapon skill check to see if you get a clean cut, or if it's more just hamburger meat head.
Do I have any modifiers? Nope.
I mean, you had plus 20 because he's a stationary object, but nope. It is a smashed bloody pulp head.
Well, it won't get up now though. He won't get up again.
Thomas kind of just like.
Let's keep moving, people. How do we know? Like I say, with all that screaming and racket, they might be finding a way through the gate.
The priest looks at all of you and goes, "Well, from what I know of years of study, if you're going to deal with undead, the only way to deal with it is to find the necromancer who controls them and slay it. There's only one and I can only think of one person who might be a necromancer at this point."
The Baron.
The Baron?
Well, he asked me, and this is Conrad talking, to go to procure for him various books and legends of how to bring someone back to life. And I humored him because that's impossible. And I might have given him the wrong book.
You think you should have read those before you gave it to him?
I did, but he kept insisting on more and more and more, and one day he came in and just took what was on my desk without asking.
Well, we got a noble to kill.
So, just as does anyone have a light source?
I have in my pack probably a miner's lamp.
I mean, is anyone taking a light source out and lighting it? Because right now you are knee deep in medieval sewer sludge.
Which is mostly water with the rain.
It still stinks like hell.
Yeah, it smells like burnt dwarf.
Until you guys take a bath, you're at minus 20 on all fellowship tests because you stink.
Oh, good.
None of us have that great of a fellowship anyway.
My fellowship is into the negatives now.
So Conrad looks to the...
I light my lantern and start lighting the way because I know these humans can't see in the dark.
He covers his eyes for a minute and goes, That's better. Isabel, are you here? Isabel. Isabel. It's kind of important.
Well, I clicked wrong button.
Yeah, I was looking to see if Kitty's mic was at least going on.
Yo, what's up?
Yo, we're talking to you. We've been talking to you for like 5 minutes. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Can barely hear you too.
Yeah, I'm sorry, technical issues.
If you can get them solved, I do need you to make a magic test. 5 is good enough. This is a powerful source of magic. You know from the kind of north area, you would guess, there is a beacon of dark necromantic magical energy. You don't know why. You don't describe it as necromantic. You describe it as tasting of rotten meat. If you had to describe what it felt like to you, coming from the north. And the priest of Moor seems to agree.
I was gonna look over the dead guy to see if any like other weapons we could use.
He has 8 rifle shots.
Is that all?
Hold on, let me get his full list. Hans, the innkeeper.
Well, Kitty, you got 2 rifles now.
He has 8 rifle shots, a dagger, and until they were ripped apart and covered in blood, he had some really nice clothes.
Hmm.
He also happens to have a flask of high quality whiskey.
Well, we'll give the 8 shots to Isabella because I think she's the only one with a rifle right now, since the other one was left upstairs.
Oh, he also has 3 gold coins and 80 shillings on him.
That goes to his daughters.
Yeah, the gold goes to his daughters, along with the whiskey.
The daughters look at you and ask, "What are we supposed to do?"
Survive.
How?
That's something to start a new life.
Maybe head south where it's not as. Maybe head south where it's not as fucking crazy. And I guess I'll take the knife.
Itty bitty knife.
Can be used for as a throwing dagger, probably.
Okay, so the daughters and you part ways. You guys are heading towards the source of magic, I assume.
Yes, is the priest coming with us?
Yes, he is. And the
Does
daughters
he
are heading.
Advice for the daughters, someplace they can go that's safe.
He just tells them that the best way out of here is just follow the flow to the river and then take the river back to Middenheim.
I'd be running to Reichland.
Oh, and tell the seneschal or whoever is in charge what's happened.
I'd tell them probably go to one of the other provinces and try to tell someone about a crazy fucking baron.
In the meantime, do the rest of you start heading?
I'll lead the way because they'll need my light source to see best.
Okay.
And I'll be letting the priest kind of direct me if I need to go left, right, straight. So we're out of the sewers.
Okay.
And
now I find a equivalent of a manhole cover.
while we're just walking, Thomas is gonna ask the priest what the little his whole what the holy symbol Thomas have. What's that a god to? Because he doesn't know like the old world gods.
He leans in, looks at it, and goes, "Where did you get a relic of Sigmar?"
Who is Sigmar?
Oh, hold up. Knowledge. Make a intelligence check to make that statement.
Oh no, Thomas does not come from the old world. He comes from Albion. They don't have the old world gods.
Oh. Sigmar is the founder of the Empire. He's the great human who stood against chaos when no one else would.
Hmm. Where he comes from, he sounds like Cuchulainn, the sun god.
Don't say that in front of anyone. You're likely to get accused of blasphemies.
Hmm. And Thomas will explain, what was the old priest who died? The name again, Fiaura? Father...
The one who was
God, you're
impaled.
gonna make me pick up. I'm gonna go look that one up. Eh. Father Diedrich.
Man named Father Diedrich, when we were coming here, he was guarding the peasants, and he fell into a trap for some kind of horse, and, well, as he
Say
was
that name again.
Father Diedrich.
Do you mean warrior priest Diedrich?
He looks a bit too old to be a warrior at this point, but if that's what he was, then I can't disagree with you.
That man held Two Stones Bridge by himself against an entire horde of warriors of chaos for 3 days. I would show him some more respect than you have.
I did not know that, but as he died, he gave this to me. He was dying, and I gave him the blessings of his gods as he was giving the dead, and he gave me the relic.
I see. You come to a dead end in the sewers. At this dead end, he opens a grate that has a ladder that leads up. And the 4 of you are now standing in this room down here, which is a small cellar that leads up. There's food stores and wine, as well as an ornate bookcase on the opposite end of the room.
Grundy, if anything, will take a little bit of food to get some sustenance and energy.
There's some really nice pre-cooked sausage.
That'll work.
Go to the pantry, eat everything.
I look at the priest and ask him, "Sir, or Father, would it be better to attack him now or wait till like the sun rises? Would that diminish his power?"
The light is a strong thing.
I honestly don't know. Go ahead and put your tokens in here. I don't know if we should wait that long. I know that the undead can still walk in the day just as well as they can in the night unless you're a vampire.
Oh, then it seems we better go find him and chop his fucking head off. Oh god, there were 2.
Does anybody examine anything else in the room other than Grundy grabbing some sausages and a bottle of wine?
No,
Well,
Thomas
since I
will
can't
take
read,
food
I
as
leave the
well.
books alone.
Thomas is going to go look at the books, and since he also can't read, he's going to ask, "Are these the books that you gave the bear in? Are we in his house?"
He looks at the books and goes, "No, these aren't the ones I gave him. They're different. Nothing here pertaining to Moore or any of the post-mortem grieving idea. Nothing. None of these books belong to me."
Are they books about necromancy?
Can you not read?
No.
Oh. No, they're not pertaining to any form of magical art that I know.
Okay, so I don't have to chop them in half.
All right. I say we go looking for the Baron. I take my crossbow out first, cock it, and pass it to Chaco. What is your ballistic skill?
No, Thomas has a crossbow as well, and it's 37.
Okay, it's better than mine. Well, I was going to pass you mine anyways, unless the priest says he knows how to use one.
Thomas now has 2
Either of
crossbows.
you wish to have this, I am better at holding a plain brick wall for the enemy to beat on.
So apparently Thomas is now the demon slayer from Diablo. He just has 2 fucking crossbows.
Alright, if you guys make your way upstairs, you end up here. Or, yeah, you end up over here.
Alrighty. I move up to the top of the stairs and look. Is it lit in this area, or is it?
There's wall lighting. It's dim, but you can see. However, there is one thing here that you were that definitely sets your skin to crawling.
Zombies?
No.
Imrak?
There's a creature over one of the stoves. I'll blow him up for you.
When I come back to haunt you, you guys will know it.
Eating whatever was on the stove as quickly as they possibly can.
It's Man Bear Pig. Or Ghoul.
I put out my lantern, get the shield out, get the sword out, and I look at Tomas. Let's go. I'll take the lead.
Mm-hmm. Are you gonna try sneaking up to it?
No, I'm actually going to try and charge it and attack. Screw it.
Wait, we'll let Isabella set up a shot first and then charge it once she shoots it.
The gunshot would be awful loud.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Actually, give her the other crossbow.
Yeah, that way we have silent weapons.
God, I don't want to do this, but...
Alright, it's focused on eating whatever's in that pot, which as you get closer, you realize that's a human leg sticking out of the pot.
Oh, normal orcish stew pot.
And it smells. Do you guys...
I'm going to run up and chop it. You should stay back and shoot it with the crossbow and then charge in chocolate.
Oh, I didn't know that's what you're planning. Okay. Then yeah.
I'm going to try and be a distraction so that you guys can get free shots.
Alright, make your weapon skill check.
You get charge bonus of 20.
Yep. Where'd it go? There it is. How'd I do that? It's like my character sheet got minimized.
Oh, you can actually just minimize it by clicking the bar thing. Just click it again and it'll turn back to normal size.
Yeah. There we are. Thank you.
Yeah, that fucked with me the first time it happened. I was like, what the fuck, where'd it go?
Can I aim Fiaura also, or am I using all my movement for the charge? Well, the charge is a bonus, too.
You just get the charge bonus.
And that's how much?
10.
20.
10 or 20?
It's 20. It's actually 10 for aiming melee. My bad.
Alrighty, thank you.
Oh,
And
shit.
Survey set. Let me hit something.
You did. You rolled an 18.
Roll damage. Add 2 for the charge.
Let me get over the rest of the way so I can go damage. Add 2 to that.
Welcome to the army of Fiaura.
Okay, you know, I haven't expected a ghoul to be more of a challenge, not immediately get reduced to 4 wounds.
You mean after all of that 16 damage and it still has 4?
You did 14.
I said
Plus
add
2.
2. You know, it
Oh.
didn't add.
It still has
Right.
2.
Yeah, I was kind of like, why didn't it ask me for the plus?
So everyone else, you can take your free action in whatever order you would like. Just remember, the order is going to matter for other reasons. So who wants to go first?
I'll fire. I'll aim and fire.
That's what I needed to know. Take a shot. That is a miss, madame. Barely.
1%.
Thomas
Thomas?
will.
Is that with your aim coming in? Actually, it has to be.
Yeah, Thomas, your turn.
I will also aim and fire.
Okay, take a shot.
I will fortune point that.
To say, that's a crit miss.
That still misses, but it's not hitting anyone important.
Alright,
Thomas should not use crossbows.
the priest is gonna, the gravedigger is gonna pull out a club and charge and hope it works. Yeah, that actually puts the ghoul at negative, and when undead drop to negative, there's no need to critical, they just drop.
Yeah, they crumble.
So, you guys missed. Meanwhile, the 2 melee people smack the shit out of this thing, and it just crumbles into ash and dust. But upon hearing the gunshot...
That
You have to use the crossbow.
I used the crossbow.
For just that reason.
Oh, never mind.
Thomas is going to look at his crossbow, and even though it's good quality, he's like, I think these things are defective. They don't aim it well. They don't.
Yeah, I had Isabel use the crossbow for just that reason, Fiaura, because I knew the gunshot would alert everybody. Well,
Fair enough.
Thomas is going to go get his bolt back.
the one that's embedded in the wall.
Yes. And toss Isabella hers.
Okay, what are you guys gonna do now?
Check this doorway and peer in to see what else we may be able to see with the dining room.
Which doorway?
I think he means dining room door.
Yeah.
The dining room is set for 6 people with very ornate looking meals that haven't been touched.
Because the Baron never invited us.
Given what was in the kitchen, I don't think we want to eat that.
Do we wish to go up or... Because I'm assuming this in the entrance hall, is that also like a grand staircase to go upstairs?
There appears... So where are you looking? You guys are still standing in the kitchen, so I don't know what you're looking for.
I'm looking into the dining room, and
there's a dining table set for 6, and
no living people in there, or undead.
Nothing in there. There is what appears to be an entrance hall or a entryway beyond that.
Yeah, okay. I move up to this doorway, and again, I can't be quiet, but I'm going to not try and make too much noise. And
what's Isabella doing?
Besides cranking up the crossbow.
You look in the doorway, and standing with their backs to you are 2 guards. But upon closer inspection, you realize the guards don't have flesh. They're standing inside the door, looking out at the door. Unmoving. Not breathing. Covered in armor.
I'm going to wait and see what Kitty is typing, or Isabel.
Aww.
I mean, we could end it here. It's about 2-hour mark. Because we're just going to go on with me, Grundy, and the priest. Unless
I mean, I do need to get another player in.
We could get the other Emmerich. He could burst through the door, kill. Like, hey, who are the assholes summoning up the skeletons?
Yes, dear.
Back up. We'll go and check out the other door of the kitchen.
The other door of the kitchen leads out into a courtyard.
Is there anything or anybody out there?
The storm and about 12 to 15 zombies that don't appear to have noticed you yet.
Open the door, see the zombies, quietly close the door.
It's like, open it up like, fuck no.
Yep, nope, don't want to go visit those neighbors today.
I mean, we could try sneaking past them. I mean, we don't know if they can actually hear things. They don't have ears. Then again, they don't have eyes and can see us.
How do you know they can't hear you?
Well, this is Thomas's logic. It's like they don't look like they have ears.
Oh, great.
Priest.
Shotgun.
Thomas will look at the gravedigger. Can these things normally fucking hear a person?
He nods.
Anything to kill a person.
Cool. Shite.
So short Emmerich has died, tall Emmerich has arrived.
Imrak the Tall.
Yes.
Hey, he could come up through the cellar also, from a different direction.
Some door lost in the sewers. It's like there are a bunch of dead people everywhere.
So, Hetty dear, remind me of your character's profession.
Coachman.
Coachman. Awesome. So, at some point during the night, the town went bonkers. And you found yourself having to hack, slash, and shoot your way through zombies and zombified horses.
Yay!
You have found yourself trapped in the servants' quarters for the last 2 hours. Finally able to get your way past the undead as you make your way to the door. Upon arriving at said door, You look across. What you see is a dwarf looking across at you, and these two definitely no longer living skeletal armored guards looking away from you. You and the other dwarf make eye contact and have that dwarfish moment of, I hate you as much as you hate me. Let's go get a drink.
I look at the dwarf, point at the one closer to him. Now I point at myself and the closer one, and say, basically, I hold up my hand on my shield so that you can see the fingers. I hold up, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I charge.
Well, I guess I charge as well.
Okay. Both of you
I hope Thomas will hit with a crossbow bolt.
Both of you make melee attack rolls.
Thomas will, since he's been told to be the crossbow person, despite absolutely having no luck with the crossbow, will do his aim and shoot.
That roll?
Possibly.
And that's plus 20, right?
Yes, that didn't roll because I've not got a weapon put in yet.
I still have to say, my little Resident Evil. You're personifying everything else, why not?
The survey says...
One of you hit and one of you missed. And
I'm going to use a feint point. Roll that again.
Yonder priest also missed.
What's the bonus for a charge attack?
20% and 2 damage.
Okay, so I actually hit against 68.
Damn it, come back here.
Thomas just missed.
We kind of expected that.
Why did you tell Thomas to use a crossbow? He's no good at it.
Then maybe you should charge and just say fuck the crossbow.
Yeah, Thomas next time.
Damage. There we are. Right hit to the right arm.
That's my damage roll.
We get +2 for charging.
Yes.
Yes.
In addition to your strength bonus.
Oh,
Add
strength
2
bonus.
to that for 11.
In that case, add another 3 to it.
3?
Yeah.
Hetty, no. No. How are you doing +5?
Because a one-handed weapon is a 1d10 plus 3.
No, a one-handed... No. That is not how this works. A one-handed weapon is 1d10. The +3 is your strength bonus.
Okay. So, in that case, 5.
Thank you.
Because... So, the 5
you
as I
did roll it correctly. It does 11. So skeletons have a toughness of 0, but it's entirely reliant on the armor they're wearing in this case, because they're weak skeletons. So Hetty manages to inflict 5 wounds, and Grundy manages to inflict 3.
I did get the +2. So I did 5 as well.
So both of you managed to inflict an equally heavy hit against the skeletons. Even, you can feel the bones cracking underneath it. But they still alive. And they both turn around. We have initiative.
That is my 3rd one for initiative.
It's not having anything to do with initiative. I need you to roll initiative, and I need to roll initiative for the priest.
Where's the initiative button?
In a way, going last is useful only in that, okay, I'll parry this one, and I'll shield block that one.
So where's the... Oh, there.
Imrak the Tall.
That's who he
His
is. He's Imrak the Tall.
Thomas will just call him the Tall One, in remembrance to the Little One.
So the two skeletons will go first, and they rear back, and in stereo, step forward, shield bash, and then swing their swords. In this creepy kind of unison way.
Dun, 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 dun.
So here's the shield bash against Imrak the Tall, and then the sword strike against Imrak the Tall.
Miss and miss.
And here's the sword. Here's the shield bash against Grundy, and the sword strike against Grundy. You may elect to parry, sir.
I will try and parry.
You need to get a 2% success.
They were so used to fighting humans, they didn't know when to find something that short.
Ah, there's my parry. Would a shield parry be better?
Yes,
it's a parry. It has the
+1.
parry. It has the defensive quality, so automatically
Sure,
it's better.
Shield.
Shield is God, okay?
Yeah, I mean, it also helps you against ranged attacks. They get an automatic -20 when trying to shoot you.
So the predictability of it swinging the sword down at you just lets you sit there, casually lift your shield, and deflect, and it deflects off. You can say anything you want for it while the priest takes his turn to try to club this unholy abomination. Nope.
Come on, you ugly bucket of bones. Hit me.
Grundy, 1 or 2?
2.
Grundy, you may attempt to dodge, since actually you have a shield. You may use it. You get another parry. You may attempt to parry or dodge an incoming wild swing from the priest that completely missed the skeleton.
I'll parry it.
Okay.
And there we go.
Okay,
What are you swinging at?
Thomas, it's your turn.
Well, Thomas will just drop the crossbow, and since he has quick draw a sword and shield, and just charge the skeleton.
You have a... Oh, you're going to sword and shield now?
Yeah, Thomas is tired of these ranged thingies. They don't make sense to him.
No, I mean, you're not going to use your two-handed sword?
God, he's like a black orc. He's got every weapon imaginable. It's just a matter of which one I need to use right now.
That was miraculous short.
What's the bonus for charging in 10, 20? Yeah, 20.
20 for melee. And before you ask, yes, you can charge and fire a gun.
I mean, yeah, it's just not gonna be. That's just kind of fun. Is I charge, and do I get a charge bonus for shooting? It's like, well, technically, yes. How does that make any sense?
You missed, sir.
Aww.
Imrak the Tall. What are you doing?
Yes.
By the way, what weapon are you using?
I'm using my hand axe, which is a one-handed weapon, regular one-handed weapon.
I just wanted to make sure if it was an axe, sword, club, mace, or spear.
It's an axe, because I'm a dwarf.
Alright. What are you doing?
Well, I've still got a skeleton guard thingy in front of me, so I'm going to take a swing at it.
Okay.
That whiffs.
That it does.
You should have aimed. Oh wait, you still would have failed. But still.
Grundy, you're up.
Already?
Yep.
Well, I hit it and did decent damage, but I need to hit it again. So I'll aim for 10 and swing at him. Now, if I were to target for like the leg or the...
That's a minus.
That's a minus. I don't want any minuses right now. So I'll just do an attack.
Okay.
Plus 10.
That is a hit, sir. You may roll damage.
7.
Alright, that one collapses into a heap of dust. Its armor, upon impacting into the ground, converts to a chunk of rusted metal that used to be a breastplate. And its sword literally shatters when it touches when it's no longer present.
No, that would have been nice armor.
They're undead. Their armor and weapons decay with them.
I know. That's just Thomas thinking. He was like, that would have been nice.
Alright, this one is going to attempt a shield bash. And then follow it up with a melee attack on Imrak the Tall.
Ow!
Do you have a shield, Hetty?
No, I don't.
You may take 1 parry and 1 dodge.
Okay.
Assuming you have dodge as a skill.
Let's see.
Dodge? What is that?
Nope,
Dodge blow.
I don't have dodge.
You may take 1 parry. So are you parrying? Are you going to try to deflect the shield bash or the sword?
Shield bash was the first one, I presume.
Yes.
Then I'm going to attempt to parry that one.
Okay.
It does 2 points less.
You need to roll.
Parry. Yeah, he buried it. Good shooting.
Woof. 16 versus 15. Wow, you parried it by 1. The sword, however, does hit you. For 11. To
11.
the 61.
61 is my torso, so I take 5.
Yeah, that kind of nasty gash right across your chest and into your armor, and ow. He's just
I've
being
still got 8.
brutal. Priest turn. Priest charges. He's in a furious uproar about all the shenaniganry.
I've had enough with your bullshit.
Oh, I gotta...
And smacks it in the back, but doesn't actually kill it. Thomas.
I have a really dumb idea, but I want to do it, because if it works, it'd be fucking awesome.
Go for it.
Thomas, since he has the weapon knuckle dusters, he's going to take the Sigmar relic in his hands, grab it, charge at the skeleton, and try to Sigmar punch it.
Go for it.
I get a plus 20 from the charge and a plus 10 from wrestling.
That is true.
Let's see if this fucking works. Yes.
Okay, you deal. Do you have a gauntlet?
Knuckle dusters.
Okay, you deal 1d10 plus strength. You deal standard damage, basically. Oh dear God.
whiff.
Oh, that sucked.
Why is the damage for Knuckle Dusters -2?
Because technically it's -3, but I have a trait that gives me all damage with a melee weapon +1.
Oh.
I thought hitting it with in the face with a holy relic might do something else.
So, I'm trying to... Hold on, let me check something for you.
It's holy relic while punching the monster in face.
Okay, you dummy.
What?
You have a strength bonus of 3.
I did not put it in. Oh. I don't know why I didn't put it in there, yeah. Sure, it should be at least 5.
So you did 5.
Yeah, oh.
Your
Yes.
hand hurts.
Well,
You ran up, jumped up into the air. So actually, you did 2. Because you charged. Add 2 more.
so 7.
Ah! Jung!
Ow.
Its jaw pops out of place. It reaches up, relocates it, and turns back to you. Missing a few teeth.
Worth it.
Emmerich the Tall, what are you doing?
I might die, but it was worth it.
Well, I guess I'm gonna make another swing.
Okay.
What's the bonus for aiming? Or taking my time to try and make sure it hits?
10%.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Swing and a whiff.
Takes a chunk out of the stone wall.
Your turn, Grundy.
Why won't you move? I charge in and attack. Ugh. It won't let me move. Yeah, right there.
Okay.
I do that as a charge.
Make the swing. Sigma punch! Did not work. It's just mad. It's just mad at me now.
I know, but that would have been awesome. Would have been awesome.
That is a hit.
And add 2 to this.
Yes. Okay, you run forward, thrust your sword straight through the breastplate, out the back. It looks up at you, stunned. Grabs onto the blade, and just leans in and goes, "Et tu, Grundy?" Before it turns into a pile of ash and rusted breastplate.
Shake the debris off and look for more.
Thomas is going to look at the priest and look at the little relic and say, I thought you said this thing was supposed to be holy. It didn't die when I punched it.
That's not how you use a relic, you dimwit. You have to use it by faith.
Where I come from, it is very reasonable to hit someone with a holy relic. It usually works that way.
Yes, it does, but you have to have faith in the god the relic belongs to.
Hey, Thomas, why don't you pass it to the priest and let him use it?
But it's mine. Fine.
Let
Feel
him use it for right now. Consider
Thomas will
temporary
temporarily hand it over. He's like, here, you can use it if it works for you.
He puts it around his neck and it kind of shimmers a little bit.
Do you want to consider this a good place to stop, Fiaura?
If you guys want to talk for a little bit amongst each other, that would be fine. Just so you can kind of get your bearings, or you can
Thomas will go and pick up all his weapons he dropped because he was just like drop to the ground, picks them up.
Angles.
Who the hell was that?
That would be Electro Blitz, one of the Babscon actors.
No, no.
Ah,
So, hold on, Electro Blitz. So, do you guys have anything else? Do you guys say anything to the new person, or just stare at them awkwardly?
I do finally at the end say, "Who are you and how did you get here?"
Like that's the same with Lou.
I
They,
asked first.
as a note, Hetty, they smell like a sewer.
Although, I think I can probably guess where. God grief, what were you doing in the sewers?
Getting away from 1,000 zombies, it seemed like.
And a really angry, pissed off dwarf. Who is not very sociable.
And the dwarves.
His name was Imrak. He was very short.
Imrak, you say?
Yes.
Huh. That's
Hetty, make
That's
a fellowship
funny.
test. Add 10.
sorry, bear with me.
You ain't never heard of Emmerich. Except you.
Only Marek round here is me.
Well, there was another, and he was much shorter than you.
Well,
So you-
it's not difficult for a dwarf to be shorter than me.
Thomas will pet tall Imrak.
Sorry?
He will pet tall Imrak.
I will,
petted.
I will glare at this strange human and growl at him to step back.
Oh, he was not like being pet like small Imrak.
Do that again, human, and you're going in me book.
He's already in the book. Somebody else. Of course, I think that book got burned up.
Yep.
This Imrak is dead. Other Imrak is dead.
Well, no, the other Emmerich is undead, technically, so.
So we don't know that. They're a skeleton at this point.
Well, that depends if that fire's still burning. I mean, it takes a long time to skeletonize a body.
But it'd still be.
So, what you doing here?
We got jumped by a bunch of the zombies at the inn. We ran down through these sewers and came up through here. We got to kill the Baron because he's the one who probably he's crazy enough and had the opportunity to do all of this.
Wait, the Baron?
The Baron up there, and he points upstairs.
He's apparently the fucking blighter who's causing all this.
Damn. I carried him sometimes in my carriage.
You should find someone else with better employment.
And you should watch your mouth, human.
The argument I have started. Keep going.
Well, how could you disagree with that, finding a better employment? I mean, you're working for a necromancer.
Yeah, and you're insulting his honor.
He didn't know.
Oh,
he was
I'm just saying your
necromancer at
boss
the
is-
time.
Well, I meant like now do you find better employment?
Well, way this place is going, there ain't going to be much need for me around here much longer. Yeah. Come on then, let's deal with the Baron and figure out what the hell's to do next.
Well, I think the best thing to do is just go up there and cut his fucking head off. Tends to work for most people.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, and with that, unless someone has another final word they wish to get in edgewise,
Nope.
we're going to be closing out today's RPG poop. Thanks to Dazlander, who gets the goddamn hat. Somebody did die. Which, I don't know, puts me, what, 2 for 7?
One of them.
I figure by the time we get to summer, I'll have chewed through 10 characters, probably-ish.
Well, one only died because the player just couldn't get anything there and you just had to kill the person. Only one died by actual events of the story.
He died by stupidity.
And I'm really sad Sigma Punch didn't work. That would have been fucking awesome.
I mean, if you train it up, you probably could get it to stupid with a couple more talents and a better strength bonus.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to train strength just so I can.
And maybe, get some better knuckle dusters.
Yeah.
So I'd like to thank Dazlander again. I'd also like to thank Song of the Void, our anonymous person, Michael Bones, and Floppadoodle for being top tier patrons. You guys are awesome and amazing. And I think that's all the thank yous I have to give. Comms are now open. If you were sitting in the room and have been quietly biding your time, you can talk now. And if you guys would like to join me for post-stream hangout, you are more than welcome to. By the way, everyone, in case you didn't watch the video yesterday, which you should go watch, I got a thing.
A thing?
A 423-page book.
Yes, a
Oh,
big
that
thing.
thing.
So I just realized this. Basically, Thomas's quest is get swole, become Knuckles the Echidna, punch a zombie in the face, and kill it.
That sounds like a noble art.
I thought you didn't like Pinkie Pie.
I don't. But you sent the demon to me, so I gave her the hand grenade.
Did you pull the pin in the grenade?
It hasn't gone off yet.
Failure.
That's Pinkie Pie. She doesn't want it to go off yet. Good night, everybody.
Good night.